What's that? How does that help you? So, having a veteran guy like that leading it with so many new guys or older guys stepping into new roles.
It's, Austin's been back on the practice floor for just a couple days, and the difference is obvious. His leadership, his understanding of what we're doing on both ends of the floor, and his ability to get guys in the right spot has made it a lot better in the last two practices. And we just now have to get him back in shape. The reality of it is he hasn't done much of anything since the end of July. So until we get him back, in good shape, I don't know exactly, where our team will be until we can get him back full go. But it's great to have him back on the floor, and we're obviously going to rely heavily upon him this season.
In the years that you've been a head coach, have you had to deal with as much turnover as you're doing this year as far as impact guys?
I mean, not often do you lose four starters
Right.
at once. So I think that in itself is a little rare. But we lose four starters, four seniors, yet we have five seniors on our roster. So it's not like we don't have any experience there. Just some of the guys have played different roles, but all five of those seniors have played in an NCAA tournament. So there is some experience there, guys that understand what it's going to take for this team to be successful. And for the most part, this group has done a good job of coming to practice every day, working hard, understanding who we are and what we have to improve upon.
It's in the NFL stand. Just turn your camera.
Yeah.
And what do you think of the Championship Center? And kind of how has this place improved, or I guess made it better or easier to work out and get better?
Oh, it's so much of more of a welcoming environment. It's 20 yards from our apartment. We can come here anytime. It's awesome. With this new floor being a lot better on our joints, it's just so much more of an inviting environment to be in. Like the old gym, it was kind of like walking up that spiral staircase.
Right.
It's like all groggy. And if you wanted to go to the gym, you literally had to like plan out a long period of time where you could drive over there and get in and stuff. But here it's just like you walk across the street, and then go in the gym, go hang out in the team room. A lot of guys are always in there. So it's just a great place to be.
What do you think of the competition so far this year, specifically in the 4 and 5 positions? It seems like there's a lot of talent, and you guys kind of are going back and forth.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of competition, a lot of guys competing for a few spots. So that definitely brings the intensity level of practice up. So it's been good.
What was your reaction to the coaches in the Big East picking you guys to finish 9th in the conference?
I didn't even notice that.
Well, they picked you 9th. What do you think?
I don't know. It's preseason. We haven't even had a game yet, so.
And that healed completely. The knee situation, he maybe could have struggled through the season, and we, went day to day and tried to keep him as healthy as we could, but we just decided to get it cleaned up. I think the challenging part here will be the next week or 10 days, just kind of making sure he's getting enough on the core deal without overdoing it, not without pushing him too far. But, I trust Austin. He'll tell me how he feels and tell me when he can go and when he can't go.
Is there? I mean, when you mentioned that list of guys that are going to kind of have to step up, is there one or two guys that really are going to have the onus on them this season to bring it?
I don't think so. I think it's more collective. Doug, we've become so accustomed to Doug getting 20 points a game over the course of 3 years. I'm not sure we have a guy that can give us 20 points a game night in and night out. I think we have several guys that can score 20 in a particular game, and it's just a matter of trying to develop some consistency throughout our lineup to figure out, who's going to be the most consistent group together. Who can we count on? Who's our best defensive group? Who's our best offensive group? If we need to press a little, who's best suited for that? Last year we pretty much knew who we were going to have on the floor in every situation, and we're just sorting through those situations now.
It's a 3 to 4 minute walk, and we can come in here, and it's great for, the team is always around there, so it's great for team bonding, whether we're just in there playing pool or watching TV. And then, sometimes, early morning, late nights, coming to the gym and, being able to get up shots and work on things you're not too great at. It's great for everybody.
What were some of the things you focused on in the offseason individually to kind of whether improve your game or kind of fit into this new system?
Strength and conditioning. Yes, sir. I know headed to this Big East conference it's going to be a lot different ball game for me. Just the physicality, team rankings, top 25 teams, NBA players on those teams, and everyone's a lot bigger and a lot more physical. And while I have to adjust to that, I also need to pick up on my speed and my lateral quickness and things like that. If I'm out there on the perimeter guarding people and just things like that, just not necessarily from an offensive or a defensive standpoint, just being a lot quicker with my movements and a lot better physically.
And what are your thoughts when